Yo everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Steins Gate 0. Last left off, the lab got attacked again, but this time thanks to Mr. Braun, we had no issues with anyone dying. However, they did look like they were after Kagari for reasons that we don't quite know yet. Thanks for taking me home.
Yeah.
It's fine. Of course, after that, the New Year's party was cancelled. I knew Mayuri had been looking forward to it, but none of us were up for partying after that. I told everyone I'd give them an explanation another day. For now, I decided to send them home for safety's sake. Everyone but the Tenuyus walked with me to the station. Those who were taking the train home split with us. There, and the rest came with me to Yanabayashi Shrine. Daru, Suzuhan, Luka, and Kagari were the only ones left. Oh, I got her safe, yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know. I hope Maho got safe wherever she was. As did the other two. But I don't know if they have Rhine yet. Did I have a different wallpaper? Well, oh well. We're the only ones left. Nobody followed us? Don't worry, I watched carefully, but I didn't see anything strange. Let's see. I haven't seen anyone suspicious in Akiba either. In Ikabu. Yay! Mayuri's safe as well. Whew. I haven't seen anyone suspicious at Akibara Station either. If there were 7 rounders, I wouldn't expect to see them everywhere. I would have expected to see them everywhere. I told the ones who taken the train to go straight home and contact me when they got there. Several of them had already. They'd made it home just fine. Moshu made it home fine. Ah, cool. Good. I'm told Mayuri in particular to send me stickers online at regular intervals. She's been doing that, so she's probably okay. But that doesn't mean I was out of the woods yet. No problems. Great. Maho is involved, safe, and also online. Do you think they were really after me? Probably. Think they know who Kagari-tan is? I bet they do. I didn't know if they were with Saren yet, but it's safe to assume that they knew Kagari was from the future, and that's why they had attacked her. I'm sorry, I put you all in danger because of me. It's not entirely your fault. She was brought here from the future at a young age, and then she went missing. She was another victim of fate, like me. But are you sure you don't want to go to the police? I'm sorry, but not yet. Maho and the others had asked me the same thing, but I managed to get them to hold off. Part of the problem was I didn't think they'd believe us, but the biggest issue was Kagari. If I told them they were after Kagari, we'd have to explain who she was. We couldn't tell them the truth, and even if we did, they wouldn't believe us. So what now? There's nothing we could do until we find out who they were. Ah. Then you want us to figure that out by ourselves? How? Well, to be honest, I had no clue. This world was full of groups who would want a functioning time machine if they knew existed. Russia, America, China, and even Japan. If I couldn't find out who they were, the same thing was likely to happen again. I'll come up with something tomorrow. Anyway, Luka, I need your help with something. Yes, what is it? Can Suzuha stay with you too? Huh? You want me to stay with brother Luka? Yeah, I thought of sending Kagari somewhere else, but there are more people here, and the security's better. They had security systems to keep people from vandalizing the place and robbing the donation boxes. Just taking a quick look around, I could see that there were cameras. And that, and this was Kagari's idea to begin with. You'd rather stay here, right? Too, right, Kagari? Yeah? I could understand that. She was already in an unstable state after losing her memories. But even before what happened today. If you're here, everyone will feel safer. Of course, we'll need her parents' permission, though. I'm sure Dad would love it. That was certainly true. I don't mind either. I can still hear too if you want. You go home, brother. Oh. Watching them talk made me think that things were slowly returning to normal. Plus, let's face it, does Dao really want to be at the end of a gun again? He probably would be okay with it if girls were involved. Lukaku and Kagari's expression softened a little. Dao's usual antics had come in handy for once. Okay, thanks. Call me right away if something happens. Understood. Dao and I left Kagari and the two of them and headed back to the lab. Hey, that really happened, didn't it? Yeah. It wasn't some kind of candid cam thing. It was real, wasn't it? Real. Yep, that was real. I experienced it so many times before. Screams and the smell of gunpowder. What's wrong, Ocarine? Sorry, I must have finally relaxed because I'm not feeling so good. I was so focused on seeing everyone home safely that I hadn't had time to think about it, but with that done, the memories came flooding back. The memories of last July. It's okay, I'm with you. Want to take a little rest? I can feel Dao's huge hand rubbing my back. Strangely, it made me feel a little better. Thanks. I'm okay now. Don't push yourself too hard, man. Yeah. I started to walk towards the lab again, and Dao followed me worried. Hey, Ocarine. This has to do something with the time machine, doesn't it? Yeah. Is this also that choice of Steins gate thing? The choice of Steins gate? You know, that was a really embarrassing name for it. Ocarine. Was it going to keep following me forever, no matter how much I tried to look away or run? I just wanted to live in peace. Was even that too much to ask now? Ocarine, hang on to my shoulder. What? I'm barely walking straight. Here. I'm fine. Come on, man, just do it. Dao. You're creepy. It's a lot creepier to see you acting like a normal human being, man. Thanks. Don't worry about it. That was awesome. We get to play as Luka? Luka Ushibara was sad. He'd been sad for a long, long time. It had been a long time since he'd met Akabe Renato, became friends, and begun to visit the Future Gadget Lab. Hashida, his classmate, Hashida Itaru, his classmate Shinya Mayuri, and the other lab members all treated him as a friend. In this timeline, only those three were lab mems. That by himself made him happy. He was just an ordinary shy boy, and they accepted him anyways. He was very grateful for that. But still, he always felt like he was being left out. He knew they were hiding something from him. That made him sad. But what made him sadder was that he couldn't bring himself to ask them about it. You're not going to sleep? What about you, Anime? I didn't think you'd still be awake. I got a lot to think about. I see. Even Luka could tell that a lot meant she was thinking about what happened today. The New Year's party, the mysterious men who burst into the lab. They were holding guns. Not plastic model guns, real guns. From Luka's perspective, it was a mystery how they'd even gotten them into Japan. But they were real anyways. They had real guns in their hands and they pointed them at him and the others. They hadn't seemed real then, but now the very thought made him shiver. If any of them had squeezed their index finger just a little, Luka, wouldn't be here right now. K6205 moaned softly in her sleep. She must have been really tired after everything that happened today. She had gone to sleep almost immediately after she had laid down, and her short breaths had soon changed into moans. Oh, it really didn't give Luka much chance, giving him clothes like that, pajamas like that now, did they? Poor Luka. Well, don't go. She was dreaming of her mother.
Mama. Mayuri. Mama.
Oh, that must be one awkward thing to overhear. Even that didn't surprise Luka much. She started calling out the name in her sleep several days ago. Kagari Shina. Mayuri Shina. At first, he just thought it was a coincidence that they had the same last name, but... He almost spoke, then stopped. There was so much he wanted to ask, but couldn't. He wanted courage, just a little. The courage to ask them to tell him. He reached under his pillow and felt something hard. It was a cheap toy sword, the kind you could buy at a store. But still, it was his treasure. He held the hilt tight. Can I ask you something? What? Suza sat up and looked straight at him. He was only barely able to stop himself from looking away. If he did, he wouldn't be able to ask anything. He touched the toy sword once more and slowly opened his mouth to speak. Amane, why do you call Okabe Uncle Okabe? Why do you call Mayuri Big Sis Mayuri? Why do you call First Big Sis Rumi? Why do you call me Brother Luka? When she says Mayuri Mama, she's talking about Mayuri, isn't she? Why does she call her that? I know I shouldn't be saying this, but I think it's better that you don't know. Are you just trying to keep me out of everything again? I want to know what's going on too. I want to share in what you're all going through. Brother Luka, will you tell me? She looked him straight in the eye for a moment, silently. Luka simply waited. I think I understand the reason why Uncle Ocarine doesn't tell you anything. The reason why? He wants you to stay completely apart of this world. He wants you to be the one person who only knows the world as it is right now. I think that's what saves him. I'm what saves him? Yeah, but that's... Now that she told him that, he couldn't ask any more questions. Did Okabe Minato really think that? He didn't even know. In the end, he would never know anything. And that only made him sadder. Oh, someone please tell Luke. The next day after the attack, I arrived just a little before I was supposed to, but the person I was meeting was already there. It's all set, Nya. Thanks. Oh, back to Ocarine. I'll keep the seats near you empty for a while, so talk as much as you like, Nya. Thanks. I sipped some fresh coffee as I observed the person in front of me. Kyuri Moka. She was as expressionless as ever, and there was no way to tell what she was thinking. What do you want to talk about? How's your arm? My arm? Yeah, is it okay now? The girl in the motorcycle suit yesterday. She blocked Suzuha's cake with her arm. Suzuha told me later that her cake had landed pretty hard, and whoever had probably gotten hurt. If that was Moka, I don't really know what you're talking about. I see. But I still don't know if Moka was innocent. Can I see your arm? My arm? Yeah, pull up the arm of your left sleeve, please. Why? Is that a problem? Moka sighed as if she were annoyed. She didn't seem upset or worried at all. Ocarine, big trouble. What's up? You remember what happened yesterday, right? So, I was just talking with Nei online, and then she told me about her dreams for the future. Nei's dreams, huh? What were they? First one. She wants to be good at badminton. You say first, does that mean there's a second? Second, she wants to get good at fighting games. Third, she wants to decorate the Braun tube workshop so it looks pretty. Fourth, she wants a telescope. Is that a dream? She says lately she's like looking at the stars. She must have gotten that from you. She seems like she's interested in space. Nei's so strong. She's a very strong girl. You're right. Oh, Maho is okay too. That was a great conversation to have during this tense scene between me and Moka. She didn't sound worried at all, and that made me worried. Why was she so calm? Moka rolled up his sleeve like I asked her to. Her skin was a deathly pale white. There was nothing else. There was no bruises, no trace of her trying to hide something with foundation. Of course, there were no bandages. Thanks. You can put your sleeve back. Moka tilted her head just a little and rolled her sleeve back down. The girl in the motorcycle suit wasn't Moka. That wasn't a big surprise. I really assumed that she wasn't. Come to think of it, Moka knew that Kagari Shino was with us a long time ago. There was no reason to attack with so many people were around. Moka had nothing to do with this, knowing that for sure was progress. But that left me with a new problem. Who was the woman in the motorcycle suit then? In order to attain Moka's suspicion, I asked her for the report on the research and told her to keep it up. Then I said goodbye and headed for my next destination. I mean, I know you don't necessarily 100% trust her, but wouldn't mentioning the attack potentially be a good idea? I mean, maybe she would be able to find information on the group that attacked us. But since when did Okoi ever think of, smart things? This was my next destination. It took real dedication to open a store like this on the 2nd of January. I took a deep breath, steeled myself, and went inside. Excuse me. You're finally here? He sounded like he was waiting for me. He came to explain what happened yesterday, right? That's part of it. Tanuji had been really pushy about last night, so I told him I'd explain today. So, what was all that about yesterday? Before we get to that, I'd like to check something. What happened last night? That wasn't you, was it? Tanuji always looked angry, but now he looked even more pissed off. Me? What the hell's that supposed to mean? Why would I send those guys after you? You don't know? Wait, you don't know? Of course I don't. Because I checked to see that Nao was nearby before I spoke. Because you're a rounder, Mr. Faran Braun? Or should I call you FB? Carl, Oh man, sorry. Okabe is really going at it. Carl Ferdinand Braun, 1850 to 1918, German, winner of the 1909 Nobel Prize in Physics, inventor of the Braun tube. His expression quickly turned blank. You bastard. Daddy? Nay must have sensed a change in Ada's mood because she turned towards him. What's wrong? What do you mean? You look so scary for a moment. Did I? Daddy's the same as ever, see? Yeah? Be a good girl and go outside. No, stay there and watch TV, okay? Okay. Nay still seemed concerned, but she did as she was told and sat in the chair in front of CRT TV. The TV was playing a New Year's comedy program. Maybe it's the Batsu game. I figured you wouldn't want your daughter knowing. Tanuji said nothing, but motioned for me to sit in a chair away from her. Instead of his usual yelling, he was ice cold. I started sweating despite the winter's chill. But now that I brought it up, it was too late to do anything about it. I sat down in a small seat, legs tense. I was ready to run at any moment. Where the hell did this come from, kid? You can't talk your way out of it. Talk my way out of it? I don't really know what the hell you're going on about. What the hell is this FB anyway? Some kind of new SNS? Social networking service. They're community-oriented websites of varying forms such as registration boards or invitation only. These sites include functions that can make it easier to communicate with others on the internet. I know that you're a Seren rounder. Wow, we really are poking the bear here. His eyes felt like they were burning a hole in me. They were completely different from the eyes of the ordinary Tanuji I knew. They were the eyes of a killer. A cold killer who wasn't even trying to hide his murderous intent. I guess it doesn't hurt to ask. Where did you find this out? I don't need to tell you. Don't let him intimidate you. You're in control here. Come on, tell me. You wouldn't have come here if you weren't ready for this. You won't believe me even if I did. Don't be like that. Let's just have a little chat. God knows I'm not getting any customers today. This man worked for Seren. He was a rounder. Those rounders did to me on the other world, in the other world line. I will never forget that. But Tanuji probably didn't work for Seren willingly. He probably has his reasons. At least that's how it felt in the Alpha world line. Of course, the Beta world line might be different. In this world, he never met Suzu Hashida. How much of an effect that had on his life, I don't know. Tanuji was staring at me, not moving a muscle. Depending on what I said, he was ready to kill me without a word. That's what his body language seemed to convey. Fine, I'll tell you then. Let's see if you believe it. War lines, huh? I don't believe it. That's what I told you when you started. And it doesment matter if you believe it or not. What's important is that I know who you are. That's right. He admitted it. What you said is almost certainly accurate. You know things only I'm supposed to know. It's goddamn creepy, to be honest. By making Tanuji admit who he really was, I could assume I'd won the first round on this conversation. This is where things got hard. You know that Seren demands absolute security, and that they kill you not only if you fail on your mission, but if you succeeded too. Senado is ensured that their rounders died, and that they killed Mayuri too. You know that too? Then... He slowly stood up. But this has nothing to do with your mission. I barely managed to squeak out the words. It's the same with your secrets. There was no leak. I knew them from the start. So there's no need for you to be punished. Am I wrong? Bullshit. Tanuji's face was right in front of me. His green eyes were burning into me and I couldn't even move. But I guess you're right. Sarah never told me to look for this IBN 5100 thing and never told me to bring you to them. Oh. If they didn't tell me, then there's no need for me to do it. And if you don't tell anyone I'm around it, that's the end of that, no problem. Tanuji was looking past me towards Ne, who was still watching TV. His eyes had changed from those of a beast to those of a parent. So, what is it? You told me all this because you want something, right? I actually want your help with something. Tanuji suddenly wanted me to continue. I want you to protect Kagari Shina, the girl that was attacked last night. Who's after her and why? I don't know. Then I can't do it. Because you don't want to involve your daughter? I guess you do know. Then you never should have brought it up. She was already involved, isn't she? Do you think what happened last night isn't going to happen again? You using Nei as a hostage? I'll kill you, you little bastard. Stay calm. Lose it here and it's all over. I'm saying we should work together. Huh. Work together, huh? There's a lot of downsides for me in that, isn't there? That's not true. Suza came into the store, along with... Excuse me. Kagari. Suza, were you listening? Suzuha nodded. For instance, if you were to hire Kagari and I work here, you wouldn't have to leave. True, it was close to the lab and probably safer. You could protect them while protecting Ne. Wouldn't it be faster for you to get the hell out? Ne and I wouldn't have to do anything. Ne and I wouldn't have anything to worry about then. You two saw the faces of the attackers last night. You know what that means, don't you? There was a chance they might not try. There was a chance they might try to kill everyone who saw their faces. I've got combat experience. I know how to use a gun. You saw that yesterday. So I can help. Tanuji rubbed his temples in thought for a moment, but... Daddy. Nain, who'd been watching the TV the whole time, suddenly interrupted. I don't know what's going on, but yesterday was scary. I don't want that to happen again. Nay. I was really happy when you protected me, but when I thought about you getting hurt, it made me even more scared. Big Sis Suza is really strong, and she protected me yesterday. Did Nay understand what we were saying? I want to be with them. Tanuji scratched his head and then spoke, briskly? Just so you know, you two are splitting the pay. Cold. If you got a problem with it, then you can find another job. No, thank you, sir. Suzuha ended up working for him again. Nei gave her dad a hug. This was a good sign. If Tanuji was on our side, I could probably keep Kagari safe. Thank you. It ain't for you. It ain't for Nei. It's for Nei. Nei was already happily chatting away with Kagari and Suzuha. As Tanuji watched, his eyes were those of a father again. Anyway, that's how we'll handle it here, Okabe. Here. Okabe, you find out who these guys were. Otherwise, there's nothing I can do. Got it? Got it. It was one thing to say it, but honestly, I had no clue at all. I turned to go up the stairs to the lab, and Tanuji seemed to remember something. Oh, right. Those guys were calling out some weird number. Number? I think it was, yeah, K6205, or something like that. K6205. Was it some kind of code? And the bastards were pronouncing it 5 instead of 5. 5? They had some kind of accent, you mean? No, that's not it. It's phonetic code, military jargon. Phonetic code, a method of pronouncing letters used to avoid being misunderstood on wireless channels. Military. And it's a Western code too. Oh man. Oh man. Things are so crazy right now. Although I am kind of glad we involved Tanuji. He's awesome. Oh, they meow Ocarine. I came straight up to the lab where most of the people who were here yesterday had gathered. Maho was busy with another. Maho was busy with a problem Amadeus was having, and she was the only one who couldn't come. You guys all getting together like this? After what just happened? All okay getting together like this? What just happened is what we're here to talk about. And Hashida said it would be safer to meet in the same place instead of moving. They're not dumb enough to attack when we got our guard up, especially not in the middle of the day. It's safer to have everyone together than split up. Maybe they were right. Whoever they were, it's hard to imagine them starting something in Akibara, Japan in the middle of the day. Cough, cough, other ending. But that was more of a full-scale operation. But still. I'm just glad you're all safe. Thank you for coming, Yuki. No, I was really worried about hearing about what happened last night. Yuki wasn't here during the attack, but she came to see how we were all doing. I still can't believe something that scary could happen in Japan, though. Even outside of Japan, it's not something you see every day. That was true. No one who lived a normal life would ever see it. That's what normal meant. I hate to be going when you just got here, but I have work after this. Sure, don't worry about it. Sorry, I'm just lost in thought given how Yuki wasn't there yesterday. I'm going to see you, happy to see you all safe, but you can't let your guard down, so be careful. Watch out. Yuki almost slipped as she walked past me. I grabbed her arm to hold her up. Ow. Oh, sorry. No, I tripped on my arm and hit my arm there when I was at the station yesterday. Okay. She rubbed the arm I grabbed, embarrassed. Another time when I tripped and nothing at all. I hate being so clumsy. Take care, Yuki. Thanks. Okay, everybody. See you. The door closed and I could hear her footsteps trail off into the distance. 2 days of work in a row. Right after New Year's, huh? What's wrong, Ocarine? Okay, so how does that make sense? Nothing. The way she hurt her arm. It was the left arm, the same place the woman in the motorcycle suit had gone hit. But there was no way. Alright, Ocarine. Can you tell us what happened yesterday? Fubuki was a little more chipper than Mayuri and Luka. She and Katie had gone shopping and they'd missed the attack, so probably why. They were lucky not to have encountered any of the escaping attackers. Okay, so first thing, Darren and I had spent hours discussing how much to tell them. After that, I couldn't just play it off like nothing had happened. After all that, I couldn't just play it off like nothing had happened. The only ones who knew about the time machine were Dao, Faris, and Mayuri. Was it okay to tell Luka, Fubuka, and Katie? And then Maho? If she knew that Chris had completed a time machine theory, she'd definitely be interested. In the end, the conclusion I'd come up with was... So that's what happened. In other words, you think Guy may have been involved in some sort of crime when she was amnesia? When she had amnesia? That's my guess. Then why don't we go to the police? Because she's really scared of the police. It's possible that they could be involved in it too. This all just doesn't feel right. Of course it doesn't. I was basically telling them that I didn't know anything. But even if I was hiding a lot, hiding a lot of the truth, the fact remained that it was mostly correct. So what you learned last night was they're after Kagami and unlikely to hurt us, right? Why do you think so? They wouldn't been able to take one of us as a hostage in that situation. If they had wanted to. They would have been able to take one of us as a hostage in that situation. Since they didn't, that means that they want to try and keep this quiet. Darren and I reached the same conclusion. So it means as long as we don't cause a fuss, we're fine. That was a lie. Just like Suzanne said earlier, there was a good chance they might come after us because we'd seen their faces. But it wasn't smart to stay that and worry everyone. Say that and everyone. So I don't think it's a good idea for Nakase Kurashima to come around here for a while. But what will you do about Kagami? Haha, you're getting kicked out of the lab. I've taken precautions. I gave her a bodyguard. A bodyguard? Two, actually. The two who drove them away last night. Suzanne and the owner, right? Oh, that guy with the huge muscles? But that means she's going to have to live in fear that she'll be attacked again. That's right, just playing defensive won't solve anything. I'm planning on hiring a detective to see if I can find out who's after Kagami. Once I have more information, I may go to the police. Of course, more than half of that was lies again. If I went to the police or detective, they wouldn't believe me about Kagami being a time traveller. But what was important right now was calming everyone down. From there, I'd have to solve things myself. I suppose you could always ask Tanuji for Mocha. To be honest, I was sick of living in the middle of a conspiracy theory. But it was the only way I could get my everyday life back. I think now. Hey, Ocarine, are you listening, yeah? Oh, what? I'm sorry. What were we talking about? I told Kuroki about what happened yesterday, Nya. If anything weird goes on in Akihabara, be sure to let us know right away. I see. Also, ask the neighborhood watch to step up their patrols, Nya. Whoever they were, that will keep them for a while, I think. Thanks first. You're a huge help. No problem, Nya. Is there anything I could do? Kagari's in trouble and there's nothing I can do. And I can't help you either, Okabe. It's just... Mayushi wants to do something for Kagari too. But is there anything we can do? Well... Everyone fell silent. Even after all that happened to them, they were still worried I wanted to help. But I couldn't let them be in danger. And then I remembered what Tanuji had said. K6205. What's that? Supposedly it's something the attackers yesterday were saying, but I have no idea what it's supposed to mean. Hold it! I'll Google it. That's slang to search on the internet. Dao opened the browser and quickly typed in it. I'm only seeing product IDs and stuff. Tanuji said it might be military. So it might be a military code, which meant there was nothing we could do. I was hoping there might be some clue, but... K... Chell? Kurishima? What did you say? No, I was just thinking that K might mean a K-Chell number. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? What does that mean? What's a K-Chell number? K?Chell number. It's a numbering system for Mozart's songs. After he died, a man named K?Chell ordered his songs chronologically and gave them all numbers. Where have we seen someone who used Mozart or Mozart-related people before? I know there was someone, and we know that person is connected to evilness. I'm actually kind of glad we went down the bad path first. We got to see so many things that made this one... Like, that path by itself is really not good, but it's really... I feel like it's enhancing this path a lot more. But I don't think even Mozart wrote 6,000 songs, and I don't think it's got anything to do with this. Mozart. Wolfgang A. Mozart. Sorry for bringing up something so weird. Daru, how high up does the K-Chell numbers go? Says the last one was 626, a song named Requiem. That's the song Mozart was writing before he died, right? You know a lot about it, Katie. You know, I play the piano. Then what's K620? 620. Oh, it's the name's. It's a song named "The Magic Flute." An opera written by Mozart in 1791. Its K-Chell number is 620. Mozart was commissioned to write this opera for public consumption by the manager of a Venice opera house. But it's said that both he and the manager were members of the Freemasons, and the lyrics contain many allusions to Freemason symbols and teachings. The Queens of the Night aria is a most well-known song, and it's also been turned into a movie. I heard that name before, at least. Let me see. I looked over Daru's shoulder at the screen. I clicked the heading of the title, The Magic Flute, on Mozart's wiki page. The Magic Flute. K620. Written in 1791. Mozart's last completed opera. It was famous for including numerous examples of Freemason decorate and symbols. The secret society found sometime between the later 16th century to the start of the 17th. It was said to be a union of stonemasons who built cathedrals, monasteries, palaces and castles. Branches still exist all over the world, and the organization has over 6 million members. In conspiracy theories and fiction, it's often depicted as a terrifying secret organization that rules the world. Nah, it's just a secret society. So, K6205 is what? The fifth song in the opera? The fifth song was a quintet called Papagero, the bird catcher, had a padlock placed over his lips, and then his song began someone begging someone to open the lock. Mozart, Amadeus, Freemasonry, a padlock on his lips. Got anything? No. No, but why did all this feel so creepy? And didn't I just talk to someone about Mozart? Don't look at the password. Maho. Maho used Sao Ilvel Mozart's survival as a password to access Amadeus. Password I thought was a screen name. Or username, or whatever. And so it didn't mean anything, but come to think of it, Maho said she lost access to Amadeus just before the attack last night, didn't she? Did she ever find out what caused it? I have to call her, or contact her via Rhine. As much as I love Rhine, I think calling would be better. I pulled her number out of my contacts and called her. I made it through after a few calls. What? Was there something else? No. It was something I wanted to ask you. Make it quick. Irritation was pain from her voice, which meant that she hadn't solved whatever the problem with Amadeus was. How are things with Amadeus? Not good. The system's down? No, I can't access it. Which meant someone may have taken over the Amadeus system. Taken over? Amadeus? But why? Sorry, but there's anything else? Once I know something, I'll call you. She hung up on me. Was that Maho-tan? What did she say? It looks like there's someone taking over Amadeus. Taking it over? Huh? I guess there might be some connection over this Mozart thing, but I thought there might have been. I couldn't say anything yet. Fragments of these strange incidents were scattered all around me. That's how it felt. I couldn't pick up all the pieces and connect them. If I could pick up all the pieces and connect them, would I find the answer? For example, Yuki Amane's injured left arm. What did that mean? Well then, I think I know where I'm ending this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode where we answer Chris's phone call. Bye!